Yeah.
of the neck.
And Enrique, if we think now about sports coaches in relation to teaching and to performance, what should they know about this approach? What will be most beneficial for them to get interested into digging deeper into these important topics?
Okay. In general, it doesn't matter what sport, they are dealing with actions and not with patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for example, action is running, jumping, attacking, or with a racket, or hitting a ball with a racket with a hand, or whatever, with a bat, whatever. And then they have some idea about rotation or going forward, etc., but not how the body is organized for performing that action.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, the technique has been taught to them as this is this. And some of them, those, I mean, in the books or the bibliography they are reading or they are studying, they are working with angles. For example, for jumping, you need, I don't know how much in your ankle, you need 90 degrees in your knee. Yeah, but what about your body?
Right.
So some people are coming, then you do stretching. It's not about that. I mean, I saw good jumpers, I'm talking in volleyball, and really they were not flexible. And I saw those that they have all the angles that you want, and they didn't have that. Either way they connect the parts, and in which way this connection is succeeding, I mean, one after the other. And that is creating efficiency. And there we go to what is very clear in the approach of Michel Turner, that we are living in a gravitational world. That means gravity is there. But gravity is not pulling down. Gravity is not pushing us down to the center of the earth, to the earth, whatever you want to call it. It's not about that. Gravity is binding us to the earth.
Yeah.
And then it's connection, not force.
Mm-hmm.
And generally, except when you go down, generally we are going against gravity. It's going up. No, forward is as well. There is a connection. It's not that will fly.
Yes.
Backwards as well. Sideways as well. And which way is a more economic way? Rotation.
Yes.
And it's not the same to do this than to do this.
Yes.
It's not the same to serve like this or to serve like this.
Exactly.
Because only doing this, I'm moving now up to, I mean, from the pelvis into my well, in this case should be into my left foot, and then it's going through all the leg, coming in my pelvis, but my pelvis is not a bowl. You have two bones at the side, one bone at the back, a kind of that tail who is very important for counter movement. I mean, if my body is going that side, my tailbone is going this side. If not, I should move like this.
Right.
And then when in the front, the pubic bone, in fact, there are two. And there is a connection here that when women are pregnant, this is spreading out for having the baby.
Yeah.
So this is moving in this way, not in this way or in this way or in this way. It's this way, rotation again.
Rotation.
But then when I'm moving this pelvis half forward, automatically the other one is going backwards.
Right.
And that's what Michel calls counterbalance.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have is gravity, is rotation, is counterbalance, and is weight shift or weight transfer. That means when you are standing, then you have to do step. I do that in my training. See, I'm employing 10, 20 minutes before they say, okay, yeah, okay, it's okay. Because they say they are talking about the food, about the muscles, no, it's not about that. There is something before. Say, now, start to walk. No, stop. For starting to walk, you move 5 centimeters. I move what? My foot you move 5 centimeters, whatever you move. And you see that all of them are doing 5 centimeters. If they want to step with the right leg, they are shifting the weight to the left. And then if you are feeling you are grounded with the left, the right side is getting lighter.
Yes.
But if you rotate the pelvis opposite to the direction that you want to go, the knee is going forward without lifting, without using the psoas and all that stuff.
That's
And
a
now
very
you
interesting concept. Sorry to interrupt.
yeah.
Because I found it revolutionary. I saw you do it, and then I realized that when I was coaching tennis, this moving before performing was incredibly useful. And I was not capable of doing it at the detail you are describing, but this awareness process really aligns everything. And when I saw Olympic coaches, especially the one in swimming, applying similar approaches, no, then everything, because they say I do this because then everything is easier for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, because it seems that is you have less weight.
Yeah.
But in fact, one of the tests that I do when I'm working with a person, I have to work with my hands. I understand that the coaches, especially in a lot of sports, it's very difficult for them to work with the hand. They need a special training for that. But I'm working with kids with special needs, or I'm working with a person who has an inconvenience, I don't know, is having pain here or there. What I do is I take any part of the body who is laying somewhere. For example, now if I put like this, my forearms are on the table. Okay? Yes. Then I'm taking my hand and I put in this finger under my wrist.
Yes.
And then I lift it. There I'm lifting. You don't see that. I'm doing this. I'm exaggerating. So sometimes I see this.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
No connection. This is connection.
Yes. Yeah.
And sometimes when I'm doing it, the person is sit with the feet planted on the ground, and I'm going under the knee, and then I don't do this. I do this rotation in order that the foot is doing this. Some feet are doing like this.
Yes.
Like one of the pole vaulter that I'm supervising now.
Yes.
And it's not the foot who is injured, it's the other one.
Okay.
And then I remember one lady in Argentina, I did that, and I say, cast. No, you never use a cast. Yeah, but I am in my 40s, and that was when I was 8 years old. You still have the cast on.
Amazing.
Because they recover what is called, there is a difference between functional anatomy, that's what I do, that how anatomy functions. Okay, how anatomy functions, you broke you've been operated, whatever, you put a cast, you immobilize, and then the muscles are weaker and the foot is a little bit rigid, then the physiotherapists are working on that. Okay, I don't say that's wrong, but still the connection is not there because the body is canceling connection. That's why the foot stays like this, but it's so little. But for the one who has to jump between, I don't know, 580 and 582 is a gold medal.
Right.
Then it's another story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or a guy who is, I don't know, is a seller and has to walk a lot or to go the whole day traveling and going like this. That's another story.
Yeah.
And then the pattern is, how is the organization of the body? So I'm going to describe a tennis service. Okay. There are first all the rituals. They bounce the ball, they look, and they do all these kind of things. And at a certain moment, they stop the ball. Okay? But the legs are not stretched, are lightly bent. the torso is forward
Yeah.
because the hips are backwards. Because I put the hip backwards and the torso is straight, I'm overloading my muscles.
Yes.
But if the legs are straight and the torso is forward, I'm overloading the lumbar muscles.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect counterbalance in every part.
Yes.
That when one part is going like that, and then is what is balance? It's not to put one leg and stay like this. Then you can be rigid only with that. The balance is from this position, I move without any problem in any direction.
Yes.
Okay? When they are doing these kind of things, and sometimes I suppose, I don't know what the coaches are teaching, they are visualizing.
Yeah. You go from the left brain to the right brain. Yes.
Okay.
From the logical
And
thinking
then,
to the image. Yeah.
okay. Sometimes I see this.
Yeah.
So first point is breath as a connection. Second point, in that position, if you look at them from another point of view, they are all around the navel.
Mm-hmm.
Knees, pelvis, is all around here,
Mm-hmm.
core to distal. Still we are in, I don't want to do a mistake, I'm going to read it, in your imagined state.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay? And at a certain moment, they do like this to look, and they don't do this. They do like this.
Mm-hmm.
That means the spine is rising, and it's a connection between the tailbone and the head, considering the head like a vertebra. And then the eyes are easy focusing.
Yes.
Then they did the first three, and still they didn't throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Now they throw the ball. Then the spinal connection is becoming really clear, but then they turn. That means one arm is going up, meanwhile the other one is bending, hanging or not the racket. Some people are doing this, some people are doing that. So extension, flexion, body half.
Yes.
That is, in babies, I'm going to tell you a story about that. In babies is the crawling on belly.
Okay. Right. Right.
Okay?
Yes.
And in the moment that they hit, they come out of there, they are rising, then is the fourth, that is upper lower or homologous. That means they are putting, the lower body is pushing down for putting the upper body, and then they put the weight, I mean the body weight on the ball, and then they finish cross.
Yes.
They have the six.
Yes.
So, but if the last one is missing, go to the one before.
Mm-hmm.
That is this one.
Yes.
If this one is still missing, you have to go to this one. That one is go to, that what is called repatterning. Because
Yes.
when I say pattern, I say how you organize your body. Then you can reorganize if you visit up and down. And sometimes it's a lack of sensing.
Yes.
Then you need doing with the tennis action is very difficult because they are programmed already, and the idea of succeeding, I mean in the result, they are too much committed on that.
Yes.
Because they are competitors.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I have, for sensing some of this, I need some movements who are apparently disconnected
Right.
with tennis, but connected with the body.
Yes.
When I say, okay, how did you sense it? Yeah, it's like I'm doing this and I seem like it's moving, I go together, but not, and then they go like this in movement is called buoyancy.
Right.
That means we have a lot of liquid in our body.
Yeah.
The babies have 95%. So it's like a wave that goes. But when you enter into fluids, the quality and the texture of the movement is changing. It's different if you go into bones or into muscles. That's my BMC training.
Yes.
So when you feel that buoyancy, and then you go or say, it's clear. I mean, yeah, the sensation is clear. You have it here. Okay, now serve. Yeah, but what should I do? No, you just serve.
Yes. Yes.
Serving. How was it? coming to your question, if they don't analyze the tennis actions through the patterns of body connectivity, and then they are going to stay digging when they found the rock.
Yeah.
Because the others are giving much more options. I don't say that what they are doing is wrong. I just say that what they are doing at a certain point is useless.
Yeah.
It's not wrong, but useless.
Yeah.
When you cannot break through that, you need another lenses
Yes.
to go there.
Yeah.
That's the first point.
Yeah.
And the second point is, I don't know if they do it, ask the players, what did they sense after a good action or a bad action?
Yes. The feedback.
And then is called the felt sense. Generally, it's one part of the body. You say, okay, what did you feel? I don't know. No, inside you. I don't know. Okay, now, if you take your belly, if you take your upper chest, and if you take the head, which one of the three cavities is more present?
Yes.
Most of them, they say my head, because they are attentive. Okay. Like rub your belly, your guts, up to the moment that they are hot.
Yes.
Okay. How is the feeling now? Yeah. It's my belly who is a little bit warm. It's pleasant. Yeah. If you put a color, what you mean by put a color? Paint it. Paint it. So let's suppose that it's red, or white, or black. What does it tell to you? I don't know. Okay. Red is fire. White is calm. Black is holding. Yeah, it's between red and white. Okay, go. Stop, come here. Between red and white, move somewhere else. And then they start to discover that they can approach emotions through sensations.
Yes.
Especially now, I'm talking about health with this pandemic and all that stuff. A lot of people are getting stressed. But stress in itself doesn't exist. If you are choking, you are choking. It's not that this thing is giving you choking. I mean, it's something that, but if you go to your sensations, then the sensations are belonging to you, then you can describe.